This presentation is going to be about human memory. How does memory function? Memory is like an information processing system that is compared to a computer. Memory uses three processes that encode, store, and retrieve information over different periods of time. The brain most likely will form a memory of something that is exciting, shocking, or upsetting. Memories help shape our internal biographies and how we understand everything around us. It also plays a role in teaching and learning. What is encoding? Encoding is how we get information into our memory system through automatic and effortful processing. When we receive information from the environment, our brains label or code it. We organize the information by connecting new concepts to existing concepts. Automatic processing is the encoding of details like time, space, frequency, and the meaning of words. Automatic processing is information that you can recall easily and doesn't require that much thought. Effortful processing happens when a person puts effort and attention into putting something into memory. An example would be memorizing a phone number or learning how to drive. There is three types of encoding. Visual encoding is the encoding of images, while acoustic encoding is the encoding of sounds and words. Semantic encoding is the encoding of words and their meaning. Psychologists Fergus and Endo Tobin conducted experiments to find out what type of encoding would give the best memory for verbal information. They found out that words encoded semantically are remembered better. What is storage? Storage is the process of maintaining and keeping information ready and available. There are three types of storage, which are short-term memory, long-term memory, and sensory memory. Sensory memory stores sensory information for only a fraction of a second. Sensory memory is important because it helps us recognize familiar voices or taste. An example of sensory memory would be stopping at a red light, because the brain recognizes the event and stores it to help stop at the red light. After that, the information is erased. Short-term memory has a limited duration of 15 to 30 seconds. It also has a limited capacity of about 7 pieces of information. When something is forgotten easily, that's probably because it is stored in our short-term memory, which is also known as working memory. Items or things in the environment can interfere with short-term memory. For example, you might have a harder time remembering something if you're in a loud or noisy room. Short-term memory are quickly forgotten, but it's essential to continue to the next stage of long-term memory. The third type of storage is long-term memory. Long-term memory has an unlimited capacity and a very long duration. Repetition and elaborated rehearsal are really helpful in storing information in long-term memory. The part of the brain that stores long-term memories is the cortex. Long-term memories are divided into two types, which are explicit and implicit. Explicit memories are those we try to remember and recall, for example, studying for an exam. Implicit memories are memories not part of our consciousness. These memories are formed from behaviors. What is retrieval? Retrieval is the act of getting information out of memory storage and back into conscious awareness. This concept is similar to finding and opening a paper you had previously saved in a computer's hard drive. Retrieving information is necessary for our everyday functioning because in order to drive, brush your hair, and teeth, we must retrieve information from our memory. There are 4 ways information can be retrieved from long-term memory, which are recall, recollect, recognition, and relearning. Recall is when you remember something without being prompted. Recollect happens when you retrieve information from reconstructing memories. Recognition is when you identify information after experiencing it again, and relearning is learning something that has already been learned.